He's a top 5 coach. He's done in a short amount. Think about it. In 4 years, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 2 NFC Championship games. Every single year, his team has been in the playoffs.
Yep.
And it's like, despite firing and hiring and losing coordinators, every single year he's losing a coordinator. Every single year, whether they get fired or get hired, and he's still at the top of the heap.
Yes. How can we not call him elite?
This is the weird part of it.
Because you don't like his personality? I mean, really?
He's another one of the coaches I would take over Sirianni. Here's the next 5. I would rather have Kevin O'Connell, Matt LaFleur, Pete Carroll, Dan Campbell, and Sean Payton over Sean McVay. Again, over Sirianni. I always do that. My apologies.
But wait, there's more.
So I guess I know he has had great results. I am more so let me ask the last one. Wilds. I have Mike Vrabel there.
He needs some milk.
You can't put Vrabel ahead of him.
Who would was that Sirianni getting way better, or was that Jalen Hurts getting to another level and Saquon having what was close to the greatest running back season ever?
Is it fair when they go through the supernatural funk? It's like when the supernatural funk happens, it's not Jason Kelsey's fault and it's not Jalen Hurts' fault.
Where was Hurts and
Howie
Kelsey's
Roseman's fault? It really falls on Sirianni. Then when they flip it around and go on a crazy run, well, it's Howie Roseman.
No. So that's what.
Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? I had to get my 2 cents in on this argument, this debate of who the top 10 head coaches are. I have to say, guys, Nick wrong is wrong again, and he couldn't be more wrong, okay? So first of all, let's take a look at his top 10 head coaches. Okay, if you want to put Andy Reid 1, nobody's going to argue that. He's been here for, 25 years. He's won 3 Super Bowls, been to 6. So bottom line is, yes, Andy Reid, I put him at 1. I think that's fair. Nobody's going to argue that at this point. But the one thing with head coaches is you can't really compare a coach who's been coaching 4 years to a coach who's been coaching 25 years. It's really not a fair comparison. You really would have to look at what did Andy Reid do in his first 4 years compared to what Nick Sirianni's done in his first 4 years. And the bottom line is what Nick Sirianni's done in his first 4 years is great. It's as good as you're probably going to get as a head coach. And yeah, he's been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1, lost another. So to me, Andy Reid is definitely 1. But, I think Nick Sirianni and Sean McVay are closer than people think. And I know a lot of people love Sean McVay. I'm a fan of his too. I think he's a great coach. But the bottom line is people don't like Nick Sirianni. He rubs people the wrong way. I get that. If I was a Dallas Cowboy, if I was a Dallas Cowboy fan, I would hate Nick Sirianni. If I was an Eagles fan and he was coaching the Dallas Cowboys, he probably would rub me the wrong way. I'd probably hate him. However, I still wouldn't say he was a bad coach because I don't like the guy. I think that's what you have to take out of these conversations is don't allow your feelings to get involved. Look at the facts. Look at the results. And the results show me that Nick Sirianni is on pace for a Hall of Fame coaching career. Now, he still has to have success in the future. For example, Pete Carroll, early on in his career with Seattle, he won the Super Bowl, been to 2, but he never got back. And he's coached many, many years after. So that kind of, you started off good, but he didn't finish off good. Same with Sean Payton. I personally have Sean Payton above Pete Carroll. I actually think he's a better coach. But bottom line is, I'm getting diverted. The thing is okay, if I'm going to do my ratings, let's just do the top 5. I'm putting Andy Reid first. Is anyone else in this top 5 going next? I think it's safe to put Mike Tomlin in there. And the reason is he's a Super Bowl winning coach, but he's also a coach who I don't believe he's ever had a losing season, and he hasn't always had the best team. So to me, you want to slide Mike Tomlin in there, I'm all good with that. I'm all good with that. Next, me personally, I'm putting Nick Sirianni at 3. And the reason I put him at Sean McVay over Sean McVay is, first of all, he beat Sean McVay in the playoffs. Second of all, he also is off to a better start. And Sean McVay has had great teams. So don't give me, oh, well, he's got a great team. Well, so did Sean McVay. He had Aaron Donald. And he had some really good teams. And he's a good coach. So I would have Andy Reid, Mike Tomlin, Nick Sirianni, and then I would probably put Sean McVay next. Now, these two coaches, Kyle Shanahan and Harbaugh, I'm not putting in the top 5. Personally, I'm not. Kyle Shanahan, he's a very good coach, don't get me wrong, but until he learns to win the big one, I'm not putting him in there because he has had as good of team as any coach out there. I mean, the San Francisco's teams have been as on par talent-wise with the Eagles. They have, and they haven't won. So you say what you want about Nick Sirianni, but if he's actually winning Super Bowls and the other guy, Kyle Shanahan's not. So, yeah, I think Kyle Shanahan is a top 10 coach, so I probably got him on the bottom 5, but not in the top 5. So, Andy Reid, Mike Tomlin, Nick Sirianni, Sean McVay. Me personally, I probably have Sean Payton next. I actually think he's a really good coach. He's had his issues, but he also has his struggles too. Now, here's the other thing. This moron, Nick Wrong, is wrong again. I mean, Matt LaFleur or Kevin O'Connell, you're putting either one of those guys above Nick Sirianni. It's a joke. It's a joke. Matt LaFleur had Aaron Rodgers. He couldn't win. And he didn't have a bad Aaron Rodgers. He had a really, really good Aaron Rodgers. And nobody's going to put Jalen Hurts up there with Aaron Rodgers. So the bottom line is you cannot tell me that Matt LaFleur is somehow a better head coach than Nick Sirianni. I actually think he's a decent head coach, but he is a little bit of a baby. He's a whiner, wants to tush push gone. So bottom line is, nah, I'm not a fan. Now I'm a fan of Dan Campbell, but he's turned around, helped turn around the Detroit Lions, and I think he deserves a lot of credit for that. But the bottom line is, I do think Super Bowls matter. I do think not winning a Super Bowl matters when you've had a team that is talented enough to win a Super Bowl, such as Kyle Shanahan. And the thing is, Kyle Shanahan been there with Atlanta. They lost to Brady. I mean, I don't want to just crush him. I think at some point Kyle Shanahan will probably figure it out and get a Super Bowl. Remember, Andy Reid, he didn't win a Super Bowl with the Eagles for 14 years, and then he didn't win a Super Bowl until he got Patrick Mahomes. You know, and the thing is people want to say, oh, Nick Sirianni, yeah, anyone could win a Super Bowl with the Eagles. Okay, well, can anyone win a Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, all in their primes? So I think you could play that game with any head coach. Could Belichick win without Tom Brady? Okay, so I don't want to hear that. You can't hold having good players against a coach that wins Super Bowls. You can hold a coach accountable for when he has a great team and he can't win the Super Bowl. And that's just why I don't put Kyle Shanahan in the top 5, because he hasn't gotten the job done. And, you know, Andy Reid didn't get the job done early in his career. So it doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. And the thing is the totality of Nick Sirianni's career is not seen yet. He's only been there 4 years, going into year 5. But he's off to an amazing start. And I do believe he will get 1 or 2 more Super Bowls in the next couple of years. And then once you do that, if he wins another one before, say, Sean McVay, I put him right at 2. Over Mike Tomlin, over everyone but Andy Reid. But the bottom line is, guys, don't allow your personal feelings for a player or a coach to affect how you actually view them. View them on the results. And the results are, if you look at his team, the players that play for Nick Sirianni, look at how they speak about him. It's obviously obvious that this guy is a good coach. He gets the best out of his players. And you can't really ask for anything else. Okay? So I don't want to hear it. If you win Super Bowls, you have to give that coach credit. I don't care who the coach is for, who the coach is coaching, whether it's Tom Brady, whether it's Andy Reid with Patrick Mahomes. You know, nobody's going to say Jalen Hurts is better than Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady. But Nick Sirianni won a Super Bowl with him. Andy Reid, Belichick, they haven't won a Super Bowl without their Hall of Fame quarterbacks. So the bottom line, guys, is I think people need to give Nick Sirianni his due. I think he's proven now that he is a head coach. He can get the most out of his players. And a lot goes into winning a Super Bowl. It's not about one coach, one quarterback. It takes a whole team to put that team together and be able to win a Super Bowl. So bottom line, guys, that's how I see it. Let me know how you rank it down below, and I'll talk to you guys later.